man being wheelchair bound for the rest of his life.
Get out of my patient's room.
I don't take orders from civilians.
Shut up. Okay, right now this patient's staying.
Hello, everyone.
If you try to see the throat,
Welcome back to Kaelie's Reads. Today, okay, I need to get rid of that tab. I forgot to open my goodreads. Okay. Well, my goodreads is taking forever. There we go. To load. I have stopped kind of using, I still have my account on StoryGraph, but I no longer have StoryGraph Plus. So if you guys are subscribed to my channel for StoryGraph Plus updates, I no longer have that. So, sorry, adjusting myself the way I'm sitting because I am on the couch. But I would really. So I've mainly been using Goodreads instead of StoryGraph. I will still open my StoryGraph so you guys can see it. There. Let me open my Instagram because they post things on Instagram when they update it. Let me. No. Switch account. Okay. So I have some notifications. First, let's check this. Okay, so the update that recently happened, they have the streak feature now. So I don't have mine turned on because I don't like having more pressure to read.
Because life's too short for a book you're not in. Once turned on, a default streak, 1 page, or 1 minute per day, is created for you and a new streak flame icon will appear on the homepage. It's filled in when you've successfully met the requirements of your streak for that time period, and the one before. We give you a whole period to catch up. More on that below, and not filled in otherwise. The streaks are customizable. You can toggle the number of pages required, minutes required, and the time interval, going up to 7 days if you'd prefer a weekly streak. For anyone who forgets to track enough reading within a given time period, you have until the next period to catch up. We'll show you a handy warning.
To update.
And finally, there's a new section on your stats page.
Reading.
What's your streak set to, or what will you set it to? 3W. The dot story graph. Hashtag Bookstagram, hashtag books, hashtag the storygraph, hashtag book products, hashtag book startups, hashtag products of Bookstagram, hashtag book life, hashtag book world, hashtag book geek, hashtag book projects, hashtag book app, hashtag reading tracker, hashtag reading streak, hashtag reading streaks. 3W. Reply. Like.
I'm gonna move.
Alex_book_hoard. I've kept mine at the
So-
default 1 page or 1 minute per day. It's a reminder to make time.
They, no. They've always worked with bookshop.org. That's their read. Keep track of all the giveaways you've entered, the status of their prize, draws, and more. Also, a new set of giveaways went live a few days ago. So now you can keep track of everything for giveaways, which I don't do giveaways on StoryGraph. Okay, people don't realize that they can change their preferences. Okay, okay, mine is off, but I'm gonna turn it on just to show you what it looks like here. Holy crap, maybe not, because it's not working. Preferences. Oh, because I didn't click update. Let me update. Okay, that is glitched for me. Let's see what else they posted. Oh, the read for April. Nothing else. I need to update my. Yeah, I'm just not gonna use StoryGraph as often as I used to anymore. I will still keep my account open, but not up. But I probably will update Goodreads more because it automatically connects to my Kindle app, whereas the StoryGraph does not. That is not helpful. Okay, so let's get to organizing my Goodreads shelf here. Whoops, hold on. So you'll notice that I have this four. Yeah, I have the red, the currently reading, the ones for each, which are 4 exclusive default shelves. Then I have this needs to be sorted that is a custom default shelf that I need. And great, my phone fell. Hold on a second, because my phone cannot be on the floor. Hold on. 1 second. Levi! Sorry, guys. Let me mute myself for a second. Turning camera back on. Okay, so you'll notice that I have this default, the 4 default exclusive shelves. The red, the currently reading, and the want to read. Now, the need sorted is a custom exclusive shelf that I made. So let me show you. So you'll see that there's technically 3 grayed out boxes that say exclusive, and then there's one that's in color that has a checkbox. And I have all my shelves so that they can give me recommendations, which I think I may go and turn that off if I can for all of them. It's gonna take me a while. You'll notice that I have 3 pages of shelves here. That's because I sort my shelves by trope. I also have a couple that sort by series. So I have the Cocky Hero Club series. I have, what else do I have? Collections. So like a collection of stories, or like if an author has all their books in one series bound together, that's where those go. Actually, those go under complete series. I also have an anthology shelf and just a couple shelves that aren't trope related that helps me keep everything organized. That's just how my brain works, thinks, everything like that. And I also have a few. So I follow Becky Burrier from bookcaseandcoffee.com. And she also runs, let me show you, let me open my Spotify. She is the host and the creator of one of my favorite podcasts ever, because they do something called Trope Talks. So it gives you quick shots. They do author interviews, trope talks, and quick shots of romance. Which, let me explain. Let me pull it up. So the podcast itself is called Buzzing About Romance. And they also do like different types of, in between their quick shots of romance and their author interviews and their trope talks, they do something called, over on YouTube, they do happy hour with an author. So let me tell you all the segments that they do. They do trope talks, like all the specific segments that they do. They do trope talks. They do quick shots of romance. They do author spotlights, is what they call them. And they do something over on YouTube called happy hour with an author, which is basically just a longer version and a live YouTube live stream with the authors that they interview. Some of them, and they mainly do them with the authors that have new releases for the author spotlights and the author happy hours. But I really love, they started doing this new thing recently, like 2022, because they've been going since, let me check and see what the oldest, I think this year will be year 4 of the podcast being around, I think is what Becky said. On Instagram, on the website, everywhere. So I really love quick shots of romance because I can listen to them, and if there's a book that's been on my TBR, I can get a little bit because they do spoiler free. And if they do spoilers, they let you know ahead of advance. I'm not the type of person that listens to it and then has to go right into reading it. I can read it, I can listen to it and not get around to it for like a couple months, and I still won't remember what the spoilers were. Now you'll see there's a few episodes that are older that are Corset and Crown edition. If you like historical romance, go listen to that podcast as well. But if you're more into contemporary, dark, sports, anything that's not historical, this is the podcast for you. Sorry, that's my Discord. I better check my phone because I'm home by myself, and one of my family members, whenever my mom / primary caretaker is out doing something far away from the house, one of my other family members is on call, and I need to make sure that she did not text to make sure that I'm good, that I don't need anything else. Sorry, you're not getting my face right now. I will fix that in a moment. So you'll see that I'm listening to one of the quick shots of romance. Now, earlier in the month of March, I believe they started putting those quick shots out. They did a series quick shot where each book in a series had its own quick shot. And I forget what the series is called, but they're by Lexi Blake, I believe. Lexi Blake, yeah. And that helped me. I really hope they continue with doing the series quick shots. If it's not like a super, like 14, 15 book series. Oh, here, above here, hold on. You'll see author spotlight, and I can't pronounce your last name. And then here's a trope talk. So basically, oh, and when they say on the shelf show notes, let me show you in this web browser. So actually, it may work better if I just do it this way. Yep, that's gonna work better. So right here, you'll see. Here's one I haven't listened to yet, but this is part of. This is one of their books. one of how their show notes work. So if you want to know what they're reading for the week, depending on how many people, depending on how many people, because they also have what they call podcast contributors.
In order to keep her
Hold
safe.
on.
Yeah.
He felt he had to
And it
distance
just
himself.
played.
And I really did like their story. I do feel like we got to know Maddox a little.
But here's where they do like what they talked about, and depending on how many podcast contributors, so there's two main hosts. There's Becky herself and then Leah. And sometimes Leah's not in them or Becky's not in the episodes. Then another person that they refer to as podcast contributors shows up or joins or does the episode with one of the main, like either Becky or Leah, I guess. Or there's sometimes that there's Becky, Leah, and then 2, 3, 4 other contributors. So it looks like there's 4 people in this episode total, because we have 4 books of the week. But hold on, let me show you what a they also have a book club that's Patreon exclusive that I cannot show you. Let me show you what a trope talk looks like for on the shelf show notes. So on the shelf show notes, you'll see, and then they'll have in big bold letters for a full list, for a full TBR discussed on this episode. Check out our Mafia TBR, and you click on it, and then you scroll, and then there's all the books that they talked about. You'll notice, let me go back, sorry, I can't speak. Here you can actually listen to the podcast through their website, but if you use Spotify, iTunes, any of the major podcast places, you can listen to their podcast. But yeah, that's what so I get most of my TBR recommendations from Becky Burrier. Okay, sorry. Hold on. So I get most of the, sorry, I'm having a issue with my blanket and how I'm sitting right now. You may be thinking, yes, you may be thinking, it's the middle of April, Kaelie. Why in the world are you under a blanket? I'm under a blanket no matter what time of year, what season it is outside. I live in Iowa, so it's either really cold or really frickin' hot. And we're going into April, so that's our tornado season. That's our tornado season. That's our rain season. If you live outside of North America, April for pretty much anyone but a few select states, I don't know what states they are, gets tornadoes. So, tornadoes, hurricanes. Hurricanes are mainly like Florida, California. Earthquakes is California, Florida. I get tornadoes. And I'm always under a blanket because of a physical medical. I have a medical. How do I say this? I'm disabled. I can feel my arms, my feet. I can feel everything. I'm not paralyzed where I can't feel, but I cannot move my feet. I cannot move my legs. I primarily use a wheelchair and a service dog. That's why you heard me yell Levi, because I dropped something. To be independent. If I'm not in my wheelchair, I cannot get up and go to the bathroom. That's why I said when my mom is out of town, like out of town limits, other family members or a couple of my mom's friends will come by and help me if I need it, bring me dinner if my mom's out, that type of thing. Reading for me is my escape. I'm able to forget about my disability a little bit. I'm able to forget about because my parents are divorced and my father was not the best man. He is an alcoholic. He was abusive to me, still is sometimes over the phone, but I no longer go out there. To my dad's. My stepmom can deal with him. Because he's nicer to my stepmom than he is me. Loves my stepmom. I love my stepmom to death, but the way he treats me compared to the way he treated me or treats me, it pisses me off. So, and I have anxiety because of him, school, because I am going to college. Medically, I have anxiety. I have, like, all my medical issues cause anxiety. My father causes anxiety. My, school, well, not my school building, but school works, anything surrounding school, because I also am challenged when it comes to school physically and mentally, kind of. I can comprehend things higher than what I was supposed to. So, but the only way I can comprehend them is if things are read out loud to me. So because of that, it gives me anxiety to do tests, do schoolwork in general. Like, I literally can't do schoolwork without getting frustrated unless someone is sitting there talking me through it, telling me what the question is asking. So reading for me is an escape from everything in my daily life. So normally when I'm not live streaming and when I'm not live streaming or when I'm not live streaming or recording a video, I either listen to, because a few narrators, because I use audiobooks. Like I said, I cannot comprehend a few things. Or I can comprehend things, but I'm a slower reader when I read it myself. So I like to use Audible. I like to use Libby.
Chaotic playboy he was. At the
Um,
end of the day, he cares deep.
those types of things. Libby, Hoopla, Audible, and stuff like that. I use to get my audiobooks. If a book has an audiobook, I most likely will get it from my library or buy it through Audible. If my library has it, I will get it through my library. If my library does not, I will not get it through, of course, get through my library. But if Audible has it, then I will get it from Audible. And if I feel like it's gonna be a different, like a definite reread, like I'll read it multiple times, and I got the audiobook from the library, I will, and Audible has it, instead of loaning or borrowing it from my library multiple times a month, multiple times a year, whatever it is, I will just buy it from Audible. So sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent, but when I'm not recording videos or live streaming for any of my channels, because I have a gaming channel under my real name, a service dog related channel, and this channel that you guys are watching. I will listen to podcasts. I will sit here and listen to podcasts and sort or play games on a computer or my tablet. I did want to tell you guys, let me get, I did want to tell you guys that I am going to put Grey's Anatomy on in the background. just because you may be thinking, I can comprehend things better when I'm multitasking.
She's a dead mouse on the kitchen floor.
So let me see. Let's sort this first.
I'm a renowned plastic surgeon. She's a resident. She could be sexy. Especially when I'm wounded.
Is this position right? If I'm getting an mammogram, lower to the right. What are you doing?
Draping so your parts are safe.
Yeah, gentle. How are you doing? Please take my films. My interns are idiots. How's Mr. Kenner? Oh, he's studying. I cannot let him do it. Doing my best. Hold still. I am. Just shoot it. Hold still because I want to ask you a question. What? Did you mean what you said about me and Derek? Oh, well, this is not fair.
Okay, so it says friend zone, Hunter, lunch, Lakeland, Lunchland.
But you said what you said because you were mad.
So here it says, this I feel like, because I know the author, I've read books from her before. In these books, the obstacle and, let me see, anything that's Violetti family, the anything that is most, because it intertwines with her MC and Mafia series, I'm gonna put it under MC. So I move it from the needs to be sorted to the to read, and then I search here, and normally it takes just me putting in one letter. I'm gonna switch that one first. Get rid of that, go there, and then make sure that they go off of the page that I'm on. I refresh the page. Pam Goodwin
Cold saline rushing through your veins.
is
If it works, hope it is. You walk.
Wow. Okay. I'm getting cold.
His temp's still 96.8. Chief, shall we lay another cooling blanket on him?
That's up to you, Dr. Torres. You're taking point. That's what the chief of the #1 teaching hospital does. And
I didn't say anything. I just said that I think it's nice that you two are friendly again.
Meredith, why can't you just mind your own business? I mean, you know what? Forget it. I should never have told you anything. You can't keep anything to yourself unless it's for Christina.
Chrissy.
I'm gonna put that under BDSM.
I'm supposed to get a CT, but if we start the surgery after midnight, he's not covered, basically. I say we skip the CT.
Oh, you said? No, you don't say, you ask. And the answer is we don't skip on medicine to save money. Get the CT.
Philip, you're doing great. I'm giving you more sedative and a paralytic to stop your shivering, okay? Okay, when you take your baby.
Right, coming down. 1, 2, 3, and down.
90 degrees. I think that's too low. Is that too low?
You did all the research.
I think it's too low.
Okay, so what now? Is this unresolved? Do they recommend Lido or amiodarone? Dr. Torres? Well, Dr. Torres?
He's barely got a pulse. Should we do CPR?
No, let's try to avoid jostling Shepherd's spinal decompression unless absolutely necessary.
His heart is likely to stop soon. What are you going to do, Dr. Torres?
That has new description on Goodreads. So what we do is we go to Amazon and see. So, I need to create a new,
And Betty's having surgery on her brain. And poor Vincent here is barely hanging on it.
so
I wish you just look at me.
sister's significant other is what we're gonna call that.
Michael lost his job 8 months. The firm let him go. He just couldn't bring himself to tell you. He just felt like such a failure.
And then, so
He told you. Told you.
rep.
You best be with my husband. He's in Beacon. Pablo! Get them out of here, please.
So I go to and when I accidentally
Started him on ECMO? You're taking out all his blood and replacing it? It was the only thing to do, Dr. We don't want to jostle his spine, and this will give his heart some rest. Now, we need you to monitor him until we get him back home. So are you in or not?
so when I accidentally refresh without, because you have to refresh when you
CT. I was hoping we could start the surgery, get him in under the wire. It's almost midnight, so.
It doesn't matter. Do you know anything about Betty's husband? I think he was dying. Have you heard anything?
No, like I can find
now I have to go through and fix this, and because they are in alphabetical order, I always have to sing the alphabet in order to find them, but I don't this time. Thank goodness.
He was low. He was down and he didn't want you to see him. Hey, listen, man. He has his pride, so turn away. It's not right. It doesn't mean he doesn't care about you.
Okay. So that title on that bookshelf is fixed. And I can close this. It says
Looks like he's tachycardic. Should we shock him, give him a limousine?
Well, normally I'd say yes, but this man's an ice cube.
Dr. Torres, in any of your research, was there anything to suggest what to do in a situation like this?
I don't know. I mean, I think I messed up here. I don't know. I mean, maybe he would have been fine on his own. Maybe.
All right, look at me. Look at me. Focus. You're trying something new. There's nothing wrong with new. Breaking new ground, pushing the boundaries, it comes with the job. So, Dr. Torres,
So sorry.
take a breath. Stop panicking and just tell us, what did your research say?
My research showed that arrhythmias can occur at a certain threshold. His appear to be between 91.5 and 92 degrees.
He's around 90 right now.
So,
We could use the ECMO to help bring him back up,
yes, but not too quickly, because that could cause problems of its own.
All right, looks like we have some warming to do.
As okay, Jackson Decker, he is the perfect as in the perfect father to my son, the perfect man, fierce, loyal, protective, and everything I've wanted. I'm happier than I've ever imagined possible, but happiness is never easily won for people like me. Somebody somewhere wants to ruin what we have. And do what we have and do that and to do that they're willing to risk the wrath of the entire Montoya family. Because the only problem with it all is the people because the only problem with having it all is the people who are waiting to take it all from you. When the lines between love and obsession are blurred, how do we know who we can trust? As an old enemy resurfaces and the family ties are tested to their very limits, who will come out on top? So it says publisher's note. This is a dark mafia romance. So it goes into mafia.
Michael, servants. He's a little tired. See each other.
but he wrote you this letter. I'm not interested. Sarah Beth. Sorry, that wasn't me, that was the letter. I know you hate me. I'll just say I know you hate me right now, and you have every right to. I betrayed you. I betrayed our marriage, but I had lost my job and I couldn't tell you. So I told Anna instead, which was wrong and stupid, and I've wanted to tell you a million times and let you know how truly sorry I am. But now I have no voice, so I'm begging you, please, if you could just listen with your heart. That was me, sorry, not him, sorry. If you could just listen with your heart. When I tell you that I know you can't forgive me right now, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it up to you. And no matter what happens, no matter what you decide to do, I'm gonna love you until the end of time. That's it. Well, he's done. It's the end.
Okay, so let's see what else we have here.
Betty?
She's not awake yet, but I can send you a series if you like it. Her memory? We don't know yet.
I'm gonna have my computer
Going down
read
hard.
this. Or my
Carly
tablet.
Phillips.
Very sorry.
A standalone billionaire bad boys novel. Billionaire bad boys, rich, powerful, and sexy as hell. Derek West rose from poverty to take the tech world by storm. He's sexy, confident, and gets any woman he wants. And who he wants is Cassie Storm, the rich girl he's never been good enough for. She's desperate to save her family company, and there's only one man who can help. But Derek isn't interested in helping. He wants to possess both the company and the woman he's never been able to forget. His plan? To screw her out of his head. Except once he's had a taste of Cassie, he doesn't want to let her go. Her family remembers where he came from, and they won't allow it. When the truth about their pasts comes to light, though, it may be Cassie who's going down hard. Genres romance, contemporary, erotica, Amazon fiction audiobook.
So I'm gonna switch this to read. It looks like
Tell me about trauma surgery.
Quick and dirty. Time to make things pretty and no time for mistakes. Drop your pants, you need a shot of Cefazole and I am.
What time for mistakes, huh? So what, you don't make mistakes?
I make mistakes, people die.
I'm the best surgical resident in my program. Today I killed a man because I couldn't do a stitch.
If you fail, you do what you can. You work with what you have. It's about something. It's not about big guys. It's about saving lives. I make mistakes. Guys die on my hand. Good guys. Guys are fighting for the country.
sounds like he would fight for her.
That's why I make mistakes. I learn. The next time I don't make that mistake again. So the next time, the next guy, that guy, he lives. Mistakes are how you learn.
Okay. So
How you feel?
What's going on? Betty, you and Vincent were in a car accident. Vincent, I'm so sorry. You didn't make it.
No, please. No. He's in the other car. He's gonna be here any minute.
which is good because I can't let you go into your next surgery unless you're feeling strong and stable, okay? It happens. People make mistakes. If they sleep with the wrong person and they hide it, but if you ask me, it's the part that comes after that matters. The part where you make it right. And I think you're up to it. That's where I read for leg black.
Ready an hour ago.
And I'm ready now. Book the off. That's correct. What time is it?
It's tomorrow. His insurance expired.
I'm sorry about the end. Not to think they don't. Or they didn't before you existed for me. Before you existed, I was good. Every doctor in this hospital wanted me in their OR. I was known as a damn good scrub nurse. And now I'm a crazy girl out of Fatal Attraction who goes around stabbing surgeons.
Sorry. Sorry.
There's an opening in Peds. I start under service tomorrow. Again, very sorry about your hand.
So here it says childhood best friend. So I'm going to
What am I doing here? Where's Vincent? Did something happen?
childhood friends.
I know. Why don't you two take a break? Check on things. I don't want it to be alone. I'll sit with her. I don't mind.
So you'll notice that there's a few I just moved straight from staying on this page with staying on this page, and I moved them to one of the non-trope related shelves I have called Novella, which won't be on this page of shelves that you see. So that's how I deal with it, like in between book 1 and book 2, like books that aren't even, they're like short. They're like super short, so sorry, my hair is a mess.
I know it says 2:30 a.m., but I'm pretty sure it's actually only 11:58 p.m. Can you fix it?
Set it back.
Set it back. It's important that the official hospital record shows the right time. The insurance company needs it too. And I say it's only 11:58 p.m.
So let's read this. Meet Kaden Barnes, Alphalicious in the most unexpected ways. Kaden Barnes always gets what he wants. Okay, so I'm just gonna skim this one. Says his assistant, so boss employee.
also heard a story that you constructed an OR table, loaded Humvee in the middle of the desert. You had to be innovative. You have to be innovative everywhere.
Okay, so let me see.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm due to go back to the San to finish my tour. Well,
Awesome employee.
I don't.
so
I think that's gonna be the end of my stream today, guys. Have a nice day.
We are trained to fix what's broken. I'm in a hurry.